G'day! Today what we're going to be talking about is self-confidence, and we're going to go through 10 ways that having self-confidence can actually lead to success, and we're going to give you 5 tips on how you can improve your self-confidence. Now last week I read a post entitled "Less confident people are more successful," and its take was that people with low self-confidence have to kind of work harder and therefore they're more successful. I strongly disagree with this idea. In fact, I think it's bullshit. What I thought I'd do is actually write a counter view about that and then put it into our video series, because I don't want anybody to get the impression that not being self-confident is okay, because actually it's not. What I'm going to start by doing is talking about what lack of confidence actually does. Now, lack of confidence in the first instance, it leads to people not taking action. It doesn't lead to success. In fact, it actually holds people back. It leads to people being too shy. It leads to people missing on opportunities. And that lack of confidence actually means you don't even stand up for yourself. It also means that you miss out on chances because you're not prepared to back yourself, and you set the bar so low that, whatever you win is kind of, it's got nothing to be too excited about. So it's actually believing in yourself is what allows you to rise up and reach your potential. Now, look, just to be clear, I'm not talking about the loudmouth, dominating people who make everything about them. The people who don't know when to shut up and listen instead of ramming their opinions down the throats of anybody who's moving slower than they are. And you know what? It's really interesting. Most of those people are compensating for an absolutely massive lack of self-esteem and self-confidence. I mean, they're almost desperate. Okay, what I'm referring to is the self-confidence that you have the skills, the ability, and the resilience to reach the goals that you set yourself. And that's my definition of self-confidence. I have the skills, ability, and resilience to meet my goals. To me, self-confidence is actually based on facts. It's a summary of the steps that I've taken to move ahead, to move along, even when the going has been tough. I've faced this issue before and I got through it. If I've done it once, I can do it again. So when you start to believe in yourself, you're much more likely to take action, to stand up and seize the moment, that carpe diem thing, and to persevere, because this is really important when you're starting up a business. This is where resilience comes in, to persevere long after those who doubt themselves have just given up and they've just gone home, So here's 10 reasons why self-confidence does lead to success. Okay, number 1, it gives you the drive to start things. Confident people start things. They're not shy about striking out with a new idea, even when everybody else around them is still kind of thinking about it. Number 2, the ability to stand up for yourself. Confidence allows you to stand up for yourself in a fair and consistent manner. Otherwise, you might find that nobody's listening to you or you're being unfairly treated. Number 3, the ability to say no. Confident people have the ability to say no where that's appropriate. So that means you don't take on unnecessary or inappropriate work or obligations that are actually going to make your life a misery. Number 4, the ability to say yes. And at the same time, confident people say yes to opportunity. They don't miss out on new options because they're shy. I've seen individuals pass up opportunities and promotions because they just didn't think they were worthy. Self-confident people know how to say yes. And the thing is that confidence overcomes fear. Fear of failure, fear of what other people think, being paralyzed by fear, fear of the unknown. If you want to get ahead, then you need to have the confidence to face and overcome your fears. I cannot recommend enough this book. It's called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. It must be, 25, 30 years ago. It was written by a woman called Susan Jeffers. It is by far the best book to overcoming your fears that you will ever find. You'll find it on Amazon. Go and get it. It will bloody well transform your life. It certainly did mine. Number 6, believe in yourself. If you've got self-confidence, it means you're believing in your skills and your ability. And Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're going to be right. And he was right. Now, confident people set the bar high enough to matter. Okay, you aim high. Confidence gives you the opportunity to actually set decent sized goals, and lack of confidence means that you have weak goals and your bar is too low and you get mediocre results. Look, if you're feeling confident, and even if you aim for the sun and you only hit the moon instead, you're still way ahead of all of those people who didn't even try. Now, if you've got self-confidence, then number 8 comes in, which is stretching your limits. Confidence lets you know your limits and test them, but then it also helps you to stretch your limits because you're confident then you can carry on and improve, because you know what? You are stronger than you think. Another thing that happens with confidence, which is the 9th reason, is that confidence enables you to ask questions, even when everybody else is silent. Confidence even allows you to ask for the job, okay? So it has a dramatic and direct impact on getting work. If you feel confident in your skills and your ability, then that will give you the ability to ask for the job when other people might be kind of sitting back. And the last thing about confidence, number 10, is that it enables you to believe in your success. You believe in the fact that you can win, and you believe in your ability to succeed. Having said all that, here's my 5 tips for increasing your self-confidence. Number 1, set goals big enough to matter and small enough to win. Because confidence without a goal is just wheel spinning. Yeah, I can do that. It's not the same as I'm doing that. And once you've achieved the goal, raise the bar a little higher each time. The brain is a muscle that improves with mental exercise. And I think the same thing goes for our spirit and our can-do attitude. Keep raising the bar and you'll be building your confidence as you go along. Number 2, get a confidential diary. Okay, not confidential as in, CONFIDENTIAL, but I'm in a confidence EL diary. Every day, write down 3 things that went right because you used your skills, your ability, and your resilience, which we'll just call SAR for the moment, and 3 things that didn't go right. So what you're going to write is, this went well because and this reinforces your self-belief that you know what you're doing. This didn't go well because and so therefore you're going to ask yourself questions as objectively as you can as how you can make it go better next time. I've used this for years. This went well because this didn't go well because and I learned so much from this little activity of not just feeling good or bad about what happened, but actually analyzing it to see why it worked. Number 3, become an expert in your field. Know everything about how your business works, how the market works, how your customers think, how to convince them to buy from you, how to give them great service. If you do this, it's going to put you into a very, very small group of people, because most of your competitors can't be asked to become an expert. You're going to crush them every time, like a professional athlete who trains every day crushes an amateur. Believe me, 99% of people in business are amateurs when it comes to knowing everything that they should know about their business and their customers. So that should boost your self-confidence right there. And number 4, remind yourself every day, I have the skills, ability, and resilience to reach my goals. A little exercise you can do. You write this out 20 times a day, every day, and then you say it out loud to yourself, because the more you see it and hear it, the more firmly you're going to believe it. Affirmations are incredibly powerful. So add your name in and when you want to happen. So that makes the affirmation even more powerful again. So for example, the one I use is, I, Steve, have the skills, ability, and resilience to reach my goals now. So that's the one I use. And then when I put the goals in, I will put specific things in there. But I, Steve, have the skills, ability, and resilience to reach my goals now. Now you can make up your own variations on that, but believe me, it really works. And number 5, think of one thing that you're too scared to do right now and then go and do it. Okay, it could be giving a presentation at a local business group or a fuck-up night, or it could be putting in a price that you really want to think that you're worth, but you've been afraid just in case it gets rejected. Or increase your prices by 25% because you're really busy now and you can choose higher paying gigs and clients, but you've been scared to do it before. Do it. Okay, that's the 5. So there you have it. Self-confidence is within your reach, and if you don't have enough, then you now know how to get more. And if you do have it, now you know how to nurture it and just keep increasing it. Okay, so if you like this topic, we have an upcoming online course that will teach you in detail everything that you need to know about how to get on your feet and build a business using your skills from scratch. And the link is in the description. Okay, so don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because it'll help support the channel. And if there's anything that you'd like for me to talk about, drop it in the comments. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to be part of the notification squad to get notified every time we upload, because I respond to questions in the first hour. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll catch you later.